I have a question. With this being right, like our first Wellness Wednesday, right? We got a special guest, our boy Jimmy, right?
What up?
What weight isn't yours to hold anymore? With that being said, I want to welcome you to a special segment of the Nothing to Something podcast. I'm your host, Pross. This is my co-host, Train, and we got a special guest, Jimmy, with G on I was gonna say ones and twos, but he engineering for us right now, so which is perfect. This is very special to me, right? And this was perfect, right? Because I was able to identify my boy when I was just scrolling on Facebook. But where it becomes special is probably 2-3 years ago, I'm watching a video of somebody having a mental health, I guess, I don't know, break, and I'm watching the video like it's nothing, like a regular video that you scroll on, and I'm thinking, oh shit, it's just some crazy man, whatever, blah blah blah. But by the end of the video, the break becomes apparent, right? He really going through something, so he ended up charging the police officers with a knife, right? So of course, right?
That was on Jefferson, right?
East Main.
Okay.
So of course, they use deadly force.
Yeah, for sure.
It's justified, whatever. Crazy man, all this shit. Let's go on to the next video. Not even really thinking that it's Rochester, right? Later on, probably not even later on, because this is like 6 a.m. Probably before 12, I end up coming to some information, basically finding out, because it goes viral, the video goes viral. That's one of my best friends when I was little, and everybody who appreciate how I think, they would love him. You know what I'm saying? And for me to see that shit and know how I do and how I've helped friends now who, when it didn't mean shit.
Right.
Your chick was cheating on you. I sensed it, caught it. We didn't vibed out. We didn't got you right, and you done moved on. But for a real mental break, like, you know what I'm saying? I could have had that sauce for my dog, So I said, like, whether I was gonna do one-on-ones where even if I didn't even bring you out to the podcast shit to do anything, I was gonna save somebody.
But a lot of people, I would say, one, they don't want to admit that they have it. Two, how do you identify you having it? And
what?
Three, how do you ask to help?
You got what? Identify what?
Like far as like if you're going through something with your mental health or like depression or shit like that, like I'm pretty sure he didn't wake up one day and say, hey, I'm out to charge the police. It just was probably like a bunch of stuff piling up, and then that was the point he got to lash out.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you...
Yes, that was his breaking point.
Sometimes you don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just in it. You know what I'm saying?
Functioning like depression. Like they can,
Functioning depression, yeah.
They can go to work and do like everyday life, and then it's like just in your everyday life, and then you just snap.
And that's why I think it's like this is, to me, I feel like if we call everybody like your friends, your family, and it's like if you've been around a person so much or you talk to a person every day, like me, I will be able to tell if something is off with a person I talk to every day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like, yo, something ain't, is you okay? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like us as black people, we look at it as like, how many times you heard a black person say, if you say, oh, I'm going through something, you hear her say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with you.
You'll be good.
Yeah. Like what you got to be worried about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the world, I think the generations back then, they looked at that, they were going through shit, but it's like, they didn't have all the help that we have. Now you can go talk to somebody, or you can talk to your friends. Like it's harder now, than what it was. I mean, it's harder back then than it is now. But I think we have to do a better job with ourselves. Like you said, a functioning person that has depression, and it's like you go to work every day and stuff like that. I would be scared if I was like a functioning person that had depression and going to work and shit like that, because people at work piss you off all the time, or people in traffic piss you all the time.
Yeah.
I would be scared that it's today's the day.
But I don't think. See, that's the thing though.
Thought that you had.
You ain't fucking thinking that. You can't think it, nigga. Your brain is telling you what to think. Your brain is moving you. There's no. I'm gonna get out of this. You know what I'm saying? There's no focusing on or what's the problem when the problem is probleming. Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's like you're on autopilot.
Yeah. So it's like and that's a perfect too, because I'm glad I caught on to that, right? Through your Facebook posts and all of that, right? To identify, and I appreciate you for being honest, and even to saying that you would, step into this type of shit to do that, because a lot of people, like, they're not about to express this, and you're also going through their therapy currently. You know what I'm saying? So my first question to you, right? How does the dark feel?
At first, it's like you scared. It's like it's unfamiliar. It's like you're in a unknown place, so therefore it's like I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what to expect, right? And then once you're there long enough, it becomes comfortable, right? So now it's like, oh, this person's trying to help me. Nah, you're getting too close. You're bringing too much light to my life. I like the darkness now, right? And that was me. It's like I've met like a lot of good people in my life, but because I was so adjusted to the dark, I didn't want the help.
Yeah.
So it's like I see what you're doing, and that's cool, but stay over there. I want to be in the dark. Let me be in the dark.
So when the people, like you said, you got a couple of good people who came and tried to help you, was it like they tried to help once and when they seen you pushing them away, they stopped? Or was it like a consecutive thing, like, I don't care what you saying, I'm going to still try to be here?
So it's like the people I'm talking about are honestly like ex-girlfriends, right? So like,
Wait, ex-girlfriends were trying to help?
yeah,
Okay.
it's like you see me as a person, so like therefore you like me as a person.
Okay.
You get to know them, like you know anybody, like you get closer.
Sure.
So it's like if you see somebody hurting, try to help them.
And I think that too is so much like it, depending on how long you dealt with the women, they seen the good person you are, and it's like, yo, if he's out of whack, let me see. Even though we're not together, let me see what I can do to get him back to who he is.
Yeah.
And that's a testament to them. Like that's really was love towards you. You know what I'm saying? So they took it upon themselves, like, and it's a handshake to them, because it's like, we broken up and then I reach out and try to ask. It's like you could have been on something like, oh, Nick, why you in my business? And like, you know what I'm saying?
Unless they're using that shit to try to control you.
Right.
They know you're vulnerable right now.
Yeah. But like the thing is, so it's like they tried to help with love, but
You wasn't in that place.
I wasn't in a place like
to receive it.
I wasn't able to receive love. Like my perception of love was skewed, right? And like no matter what they tried to do, it didn't matter. It was like I don't want it.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to help you. I get you trying to help me, but I don't want to be helped because I'm telling myself there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm telling myself that I'm okay, even though I'm hurting inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like walking around with broken legs, knowing you need surgery to fix them, but you're like, I'm good, bro. Let's go hoop.
Yeah. Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. Did any of those actual girlfriends cause like any of that? You know what I'm saying? Anything like where do you think the source of depression comes from for you?
So mine started from
Childhood.
Yeah. It's like with me, it's like
Cause you from Mississippi, right? No, I'm sorry.
So with me, I'm adopted, right?
Okay. Older parents?
Well, my father was older. Like my father was like 45. My mother was like 18 at the time I was born. Right?
Wait. Oh, biological.
Yeah, my biological.
Okay. All right. So adoptive. How old were
So I was adopted around wasn't even really adopted. I became
Aged out.
a ward of the state, like what they call it, and I was adopted by my cousins. Like,
Okay. Real cousins though?
yeah.
Okay.
So now I got to get more open. So my parents were abusing and molesting me,
Okay.
and they got caught, and it was like, we're taking him. He out of here,
Yeah.
right?
Good.
But I was so young. It's like I didn't fully remember,
Sure.
right? So now I'm being raised by my cousins calling them my parents, right? And I'm being introduced to like people, and my mother's telling me like, "Oh, this is your cousin, or this is whoever," right? I meet my aunt, who is my mother's sister, right? And so, like, she just tells me, "This is your aunt." I don't really ask questions. Cool, that's my aunt. My aunt took it upon herself to be like, "You know, that's not your mother, right?" And
I hate that with black people,
yeah.
man.
And so from that day, it's like, that's not my mom. So now it.
Oh, you
I
just processed it.
yeah. So it's like, wait, that's not my mom. But
Oh, all right.
but it's like the crazy thing is, I've always had my birth father's last name,
Okay.
Jimmy Hutto.
Oh wait, I thought that was some shit you made up.
I could have, dog. I'm pretty dope.
That's some real shit.
yeah. It's
That's a fire.
But that's kind of fire though.
Yeah, for
I thought that
real.
was like, some anime shit he into. I just thought
it's actually
Chinese
Hutto's
like
out.
shit.
no shit. Oh,
That's fire.
But so like, she tells me like, that's not your real mother. Like, your mother's in Florida.
crash your whole world.
And so now it's like, wait, what? Now I'm questioning everything.
Yeah.
Cause you lied to me.
Like, yeah. And so now it's like, you lied to me. Now it's like, I don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
So now it's like, if I can't trust my people that's supposed to raise me, who
Yeah.
can I trust? So
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
I'm growing up confused,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like I'm being taken care of, but now I'm like, is this real? It's like, what y'all really doing this for?
Yeah.
Like it has to be an alternate motive,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Now, did you have other siblings, or you just was going through this alone?
So I have, like, in my birth family, I have, on my mother's side, I have a brother and sister. And on my father's side, I have a sister.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue about any of them until, like, later in life. In my adopted family, I have a brother and sister, but they're older than me. Like, my brother is 17 years older than me. My sister is 19 years older than me.
God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So it's like I grew up like an only child, but I had siblings.
Okay.
Damn. So you be an adult now? Did any of that did you hold on to any of that, you think?
What?
Like, as far as like the shit that was happening with your parents, it seemed like when you was moved to a new place with your cousins,
Did you resent?
did life get better for it, or like what?
So it got better, but I didn't see it as better.
Yeah.
So it's like growing up, it's like I felt like I was a failure because it's like I'm the youngest of all my siblings.
Yeah.
But it's like my parents didn't want me.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, what did I do to y'all?
Yeah.
It's like, y'all got multiple kids. It's not like I'm the first.
Yeah.
Like, I can see if I was the first child and your life was messed up, you on drugs or whatever,
Yeah.
you got rid of me.
Right on.
But now it's like I'm the last one.
Yeah.
Y'all couldn't keep me. Like they was good enough, so like I grew up with that.
And you were a young kid. See, and I'll say that does play on because you was a young kid, because I know you said earlier that they were touching you or whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't think of like maybe they moved me for a better situation.
Right.
You just seen it as damn,
seen
why
like,
my
damn, I
parents
gotta-
didn't want me. You know what I'm saying? And I know adoption and stuff is pretty cool, and I always, because my Aunt Sandra, she adopts like kids. She get probably maybe 3 or 4 kids a year, and she adopts them. She actually got one that nobody came and got him. She got him for a long time. But I always told myself, like, I would never adopt kids, even though it's a good thing, because one day they're going to wake up and say, who am I?
Yeah.
And then they're going to do the research for that.
Well, it's all about how you raising them though. Like you ain't trying to
if you-
hide it or
right,
nothing.
you
If
don't
you
hide it,
No, yeah, but you still will want to know. I mean, you being a good parent, you will want your kid to know where they came from. But it's like you did this for 18 years, you raised them and stuff like that. Then somebody else comes in and be like, oh, this is your, you know what I'm saying? This is your dad.
Yeah.
But I do understand where you're coming from as a little kid. All of this is happening and it's just racking your brain and stuff like that. So that does play a part of what you were going through. Did you ever like talk to your ex-girlfriends about this situation? Did they know this was going on? Maybe that's why they tried to reach out to help too.
Nah, so it's like they notice like different like aspects of like my life where I was distant from family. So it's like, oh, it's Christmas going on. What you trying to do? What your family doing?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to mine. Well, why not? It's like, I don't talk to them. It's like, well, why do you don't talk to them? I don't want to. So now it's like,
Do it after.
and it's like everything.
It's
Like,
definitely wet.
and the reason I stopped talking to my family was because I felt betrayed, and it was from a totally different situation. It's like I grew up, and like my dad was older. Obviously my parents were older, so like they couldn't like hang out with me. Like I could hang out with my son. Like I'm about to be 35 now. In 10 years I'll be 45.
You still could be out there with
I
your
could
boy.
just hang out with my boy. Like me growing up, my dad was in his 60s, so and he was sick. Right?
So it's like you.
Yeah, so it's like I'm at the home by myself. So it's like I don't got nobody to play football with. I don't got nobody to play basketball with.
Were you able to make friends easy?
Yeah, it's like I could make friends because I just wanted to play. So it's like,
Were you able to trust them?
no, I couldn't trust nobody. It's like I had friends, but I kept them at a certain distance. So it's like,
Yeah.
and then like that was also like kind of how I was raised. Like my dad didn't let anyone come over.
Yeah.
So it's like if you want to hang out with somebody, you got to go to their house.
So for you to be, you said 35?
About to be.
Yeah, because we the same age. For you to be 34 and to basically have reached the peak of your mental health right before you exploded, right? What do you think? What do you think you held in? So like, what caused you to fall into that dark place that you was pushing through so long?
I would say it was like a multiple. Like
I'm about to say, yeah, it's also always tons of dominoes, right?
yeah, you got your pride where you like, oh, everyone turned their back on me. Well, fuck y'all, I'm gonna make it, right? And then on the reverse side of that, you're ashamed. So it's like, I'm prideful. I'm not gonna ask for help. I'm gonna make it, right? With no one's help. And
Nothing wrong with that.
you shame. It's like, damn, I need help, but I don't even want to ask, right? And it's like,
So was it you didn't want to, or was it that you didn't know how to
it
ask?
was literally both.
Yeah.
And it's like you're angry, so it's like I shouldn't even ask for help because I don't even like y'all. It's like because I loved y'all at one point, and this is how things turned out to be, and now it's like I'm on my own. So it's like, and then you second guess everything. It's like if I do ask for help, is it gonna be genuine?
Yeah.
Are you gonna hold it over my head, right? Stuff like that.
That's a tough place to be in, bro. When you got people that you actually love, and when you do swallow your pride to receive whatever little help, like, you know what I'm saying?
They throw it back at you.
Oh my God, bro. It's like, bro, you can't be helping me pull this fucking boulder up the hill, and then you talking about how I'm pulling it up the hill. You helping me, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck?
And this is why, and then this is why I always say, like, I can't project my values and morals on other people because then I set myself up to fail.
Yeah.
I always don't understand like how people be around a person, like they call them their friend and good stuff like that, and you identify it and you don't do enough for that, or you don't make me feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable enough to tell you this is what I'm going through, and I shouldn't have to worry about a person I call my friend, my bro, or whatever, throwing it back at me. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm going through this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But the help always comes from a unexpected source that you never thought that will be able there to help you.
Yeah.
Cause definitely what I had said when I seen this nigga shit,
And we talked about I'm like
bro. I'm like, bro, I can help this nigga.
yes, because
Now I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm glad you're going through therapy and all that shit, right? Because that's number one where you should be getting your most help from, right? But a lot of times we don't got friends that we could talk to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I was going through this shit, I was hiding a lot of this shit, like that. When I was going through my depression and all that shit, like it came to the fucking third, fourth week where I had gave up like 2 weeks into this. So it was like the third, fourth week. I'm not calling or talking to nothing. And we damn near talk every day, right? So now they like, all right, yo, what the fuck going on? And the message right before I was like, damn, I didn't even notice I wasn't texting these niggas back or calling them. When I actually seen it, it's full of messages, bro. Like, and that's why I'm snapping out of this shit. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I was hoping I wasn't trying to like do it on purpose, but just naturally I end up hiding it from people I talk to every day.
Yeah. And like,
you know,
it's something you do. It's like, so like me, like with me, it's like, I fell out with my family like shortly after my father died, and he died before I turned 20.
Oh fuck.
so you like 15 years without.
Yeah. So it's like I'm 15 years like with like the no family, and so what I did was I created my own family.
And that's
Fire.
important to you to
Right.
keep it good. That's
And
cool.
I'm not even talking about like about my kids. I'm talking about
Friends.
my dad's gone. I need a new father. I need a new father figure. I don't got my mom. I'm about to get a new mom. I
Okay.
don't got brothers and sisters. I'm about to find new brothers
Okay.
and sisters.
Okay.
And it's so like my whole mental was so skewed. Like me personally, I'm a great friend. Right? If I got it, I will give it to you. Right? I could be fucked up, and I will still give it to you. Right?
Figure it out.
Right? I'll figure it out. Like I was homeless before. I had no job. I had no money. I'm cool. I'll figure it out.
I got a story about you too when you was working in I think it was Maxwell's.
Yeah.
It was Maxwell's.
I worked at the club.
Yeah. Bruh, I come in, I see this nigga behind the bar. Oh my god, you scared? Huh? I thought that nigga said a spider was on me. I'm about to say, I'm glad y'all whispered that. I'm like, bro, how the fuck old is you? We can't work in bars and shit. I'm asking this nigga, bro. He like, bro, they just came out with Ciroc. They was hiring some, I don't know.
Back then, they really didn't care if you could get you in with a spot and you're younger. They don't have to give you the benefit.
I was in there. We was old enough to be in there, but I just ain't see young niggas
they just
pouring up drinks and doing shit.
They take your young nigga that don't care, got family and shit. Like that,
You don't work there now, and I don't know
No.
if obviously, but if the people are, if they're still around. But my boy gave me a bottle of Ciroc for free. I got the blue. What's the regular? The blue shit for the free.
So
during a Ruby Hall night too. Y'all remember Ruby Hall?
But this actually will make you stronger too. Like when you instill the values of your son, like
Hold up. That's only if you correct it.
Yeah.
Nigga, you know it's what need to be corrected though.
but it's
You don't know if that value is wrong that you're giving them.
Yeah, so like a lot of people, right, if they go through like some fucked up shit in life, they'll be like, all right, I'm about to head in this direction. And they won't even know if it's their intuition or it's their trauma leading them. Right?
Yep.
How do you identify that? Which one is
Right, and you really don't know.
No.
Like you like actually like take the time, sit down and like think about some shit that you actually doing.
Yeah, till your son doing cartwheels and you said, fuck. I thought I was teaching this to get backflips. Yeah.
so outside of your therapy that you attend, do you like open up to like your friends or family that you did create to talk about stuff like this?
So I actually haven't opened up to the family I created. I've actually been working on rebuilding relationship with my real family.
Oh, that's dope.
That's great.
So it's like,
That's great.
so the closest thing I have to my dad is my brother. Right?
How old is he?
He is 54.
But that's pretty cool because there's a lot of stuff
he's
that you
like
can
a
probably
dad.
gain from him, like wisdom, fire stuff.
Yeah.
Like he'd been through and stuff that you didn't. So
So like my brother, he was always like he's my big brother, so he was my hero, right? So like when we fell out 15 years ago, it's like I watched my hero die.
Oh, that's a hard pill to swallow, man.
Yeah, and so then it's like, all right, I started fixing myself, and the reason I started fixing myself was before for my son. It's like, but I knew that I can't teach him how to be a man of value, respect, and like honor if I'm not all of that myself. So it's like, okay, I can't teach you to be a family man, and I don't fuck with mine. I
So-
can't. I can't teach you love if I don't know it.
Loving properly, you know what I'm saying? You can't teach him how to love the right way. You could teach him how to be a family man even if you wasn't with mom. You just teaching them the values of being a family person.
Yeah.
But it's important that we learn it first so we know that we're teaching it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think TV and shit raise some people kids now, so it's like they get the perception of how the world supposed to go.
Sure.
So it's pretty cool that you get in, your relationship. You trying to build it back too. So you also teaching your son that stuff happens, but you also forgive people
Yeah.
and like move on to the future. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like with my therapist, it's like we have our sessions and it's like break down like what's going on like
How long you been in there?
since February.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You feel like it's working? You getting better?
Yeah. Cause
Even
before February, you niggas wouldn't see me on this couch.
say so. I know one thing. It didn't correct. It didn't fix me.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me the tools to, you know what I'm saying, to identify what the problems I had,
Yeah.
and then I went straight at them.
So like what I think about therapy, it can't correct you. It can just give you the tools. It's like a gym. It's like you got all the equipment, but
Yeah.
you don't use it.
Mhm.
And it's up to you to want to do it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So for somebody, right? Because I was able to identify it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But somebody might not have seen all your posts and seen like, damn, something might be up with this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might not notice that or caught on to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I look at this shit from a total, like your full package, like just let's just say I was being nosy, right? And I went through your Facebook and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem like you was depressed.
Mm-hmm.
So with you going through therapy right now and you also knowing who you need to be, right, for your son, where you are now in the steps of you where you need to be and like pushing, how do you feel like where you are to like be heading in that direction? Like you feel like you got the wheels turned, the car's gassed up, like you moving in that shit, or you still
Yeah, we roll it.
yeah.
Like, cause I'm more in tune with myself. Like I don't let what used to bother me like affect me. Like there was a point in time where like family couldn't be mentioned. Like I don't. It's like, oh, I seen you. Like your brother got a new song out.
So like fucking oh shit.
I don't care.
Oh shit. Okay.
But it's like now it's like
Rebuilding.
I'm calling my brother like, hey, you trying to hang out with your nephew today?
That's dope, man.
Yeah. It's like I'm going to church. It's like I started going back to church, get my spiritual life together. It's like then I'm going to the same church that my family goes to, so I see them all on Sundays.
How was the relationship with Slim Jim, right?
Yeah.
Slim Jim's mom. That's so funny you call him Slim Jim.
Yeah. So our relationship right now is terrible.
Fuck.
It's terrible because of me. Before, like,
It's good you can admit that.
yeah, I mean, I was a terrible boyfriend, right? I mean, I was a good provider. I take care of the house, but it's like,
Mentally, you obviously wasn't
yeah,
handling it 100%.
right.
I ain't gonna say. I'm pretty sure you was there sometimes, but not 100%.
I
No.
think all those men go through that. Like you feel like, because my wife would stay at home, but I had to realize that going to work and paying everything is probably not always it.
Yeah.
You have to go more into it. You know what I'm saying?
How were you? Like give us some.
How are we now?
No, I'm saying, how was you? If you was providing all of that, where did you lack? For somebody watching this real quick, right? Who will feel like, hey, I'm covering everything.
Yeah.
You know, where she should do what I say do. Like what, or
Why does it feel
why
like
is
that?
this bad?
Like,
Like
most
what
people
is
think,
why am I
alright,
stressing?
I'm paying the bills, all that. You gotta do what I say, right?
Yeah,
But it's like if you like in a relationship with somebody, it's like providing is not just like financially. It's like, are you able to like be present with someone when they're dealing with someone? Like, are you able to like meet their like emotional needs? Like,
give grace
yeah,
for their shortcomings.
grace,
You know,
empathy, and stuff like that. And
Sure.
it's like me, like with all my trauma and shit, is like I built walls over that shit, so therefore I'm ignoring it.
yeah,
It's like I could be angry, I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'll play my game. I'll
yeah,
be cool,
yeah,
right? I could be sad. I'll play my game, watch TV. I'll be cool,
yeah,
right? I'll go to work. It's like I don't
Yeah.
even worry about it, right? But it's like you got somebody that you say you love, and it's like you could blatantly be hurting them, see them hurt, and it's like you alright?
yeah. There, go ahead.
But I think that comes too because you were learning how to address your feelings too, and you really didn't know how to address yours. So it's like, how are you was gonna address somebody else's, and you don't even you haven't dealt with yours yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like something like you were just probably trying to figure it out, but instead of doing that, you just like
I'm
whatever.
gonna be honest with you. I wasn't trying to figure it out.
So you're just like going with the flow, whatever.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like growing up is like after like all my shit, like from like my 20s on up, it was like any girl that I met, I figured we would have at max a 2-year window like together, right? We gonna fuck around, whatever. Shit gonna probably start to get serious. I'm gonna do some shit and then it's gonna be over.
So you was already expecting something to happen.
Yeah, like I don't expect, like I never expected people to like stay in my life.
Yeah, usually people in depression always looking for the bad outcome of it, right? You're
Right.
thinking
Like, I
about the
think
worst of it.
So,
And it's like, damn,
You know?
it
You didn't even
something
give time.
good can happen to you.
Right, it's
Like
like-
everybody deserves to be happy a little bit.
right, but it's like you mentally don't think that. It's like oh, you see everybody else like around you happy, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be happy because if I'm happy, something's not right.
It goes back to what I said earlier about a person being in a room feeling alone.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is.
2%.
And it's like, yo, it's like if we were to start our relationship from like with me how I am now, it'd be totally different, and it'd be a way better relationship because like I'm more open to having conversations about stuff that needs to be worked on. It's like, okay, like you don't do this for me. Okay, well, how can I help?
Yeah.
Like, how can I work on it?
Yeah.
Right? But before it was like, you don't do this, but you don't do this. I don't care. So it's like I'm doing tit for tat, right?
Defense, like you say something instead of working, you throwing it back.
Yeah, I'm more defensive. It's like instead of playing like football with problems, like all right, you threw this problem at me. All right, let me catch it and like try to figure it out.
Right.
Work on it. I'm playing tennis. Right? Or ping pong.
We just going back and forth with each other.
You don't do this. Well, you don't do this. All right. No, I don't do this because you
Right.
don't do this.
So I know you're not happy, right? But do you feel in a place of peace right now?
I do feel like in place of peace.
All right, that's great.
And
That's great,
like,
brother.
It's like I'm not ecstatic, but I am happy. 'Cause,
Okay.
Like
Okay.
So
All right.
it's a step in the right direction.
All right.
yeah, so it's like working out. It's like you not about to have a 6-pack after one day of going to the gym.
Yeah.
Right. But like I'm happy because I'm being consistent and persistent with my work. Right.
That's
I'm
perfect.
like my main focus is to become a better person. And if I can take that one step at a time, day at a time, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
And stick with it, man,
So-
because it could be like a person that fucking work out and they don't see, like you said, a 6-pack and they give up.
Yeah.
But it sounds like from where you were to where you are now, just talking to you, you're on the right path. So all I say is just stick with it, bro.
So, for somebody who is watching, right, who wouldn't be able to sit on this couch and even just vent to us, right? Because a lot of people don't know that we can be serious and all this shit, right? I want you got 30 seconds, right? If you had 30 seconds, your last 30 seconds to address, I don't know, 1 million young men or somebody who going through this shit. You got
Bro, Or a person going through what happened to you.
You know what I'm saying? 30 seconds to address the world with that, with a message from you. What would your last 30 seconds message be?
My last 30 seconds. It is okay to hurt. It is okay to acknowledge that you're hurt. Right? It is okay to be scared. It's okay to not know. Right? But don't feel alone in whatever you're going through. Understand that there is help. Right? Understand that you can come back from whatever happened. Right? You can mend a relationship. Right? You can become a better person. Right? You don't have to sit in the dark. You don't have to be alone. There's love for you. There's happiness for you. If you believe in him, there is God, right? Like, you can have a better life. You just have to make better choices.
All right. With
Well, bro, I'm here if you ever need to reach out to talk or something like that, man. You can always hit me too, man.
So vice versa, all y'all.
well, yeah, you go ahead. I was about to do an outro, but
All right, now go ahead. No, that's all.
You sure?
Make sure.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm making sure you know that.
I think he knows that, nigga. He's here with us right now.
Yeah, but you know,
Anybody watching, y'all can hit
just
me up too.
just making sure he know that because you know some.
Because you want a private message with him. We got it.
Yeah, that too. Or
Yeah.
you know, some people be using this shit for content. He probably be like, "Oh,
Yeah, right. Yeah, right
You gotta
on.
let people that you
Yeah,
know
right-
really
right
care.
on.
Fuck you, mother.
Right on. Hey yo, with that being said, man, we want to thank our special guest Jimmy Hudo, which is fire as fuck. I thought that was some anime shit. For our first Hudo.
Hudo.
Damn, I always
It sound like it's spelled, nigga.
who
Pizza Hut is spelled H-U-T. You add another T-O. Hutto.
I thought it was hoot.
Yeah, that's that fucking Southside education, nigga.
Oh, hey, hold on
Do
though.
your thing,
Don't.
though. Do your thing, though.
Yeah, I definitely went to Franklin with that nigga.
But they separated us from
Yeah, with
side.
Nah. I was on your
definitely
same floor.
Yeah, but and they gave us different words.
Tell him how he met you.
Nah, cause his
That's another story.
yeah,
man. That's
she not here to defend herself.
That bitch can't defend nothing, man.
Man.
That bitch is about to get stuffed in that
All
locker.
right, man. Yo, once again, man, we want to thank our special guest Jimmy Hudo.
There you go, man.
Hudo for joining us, man, for our first. This is our actual first Wellness Wednesday. We're gonna be doing like some mental health Wednesday episodes and shit. And I'm your host once again, Pross. My co-host Train, our other co-host G on the engineer right now, and our special guest Jimmy.